All of our partners and funders who come together to make Common Ground possible. Common Ground is made possible with funding from the City of Toronto, the Toronto Arts Council, the Canada Council for the Arts, and the Government of Canada. We also gratefully acknowledge the additional support from the Toronto Arts Foundation, North York Arts, the Willowdale Arts Collective, Young North York BIA, TO Live, the Toronto Transit Commission, and of course our title sponsor, Empress Orthodontics. Can we give a huge round of applause to all of our partners?
They say it takes a village, and it's really true. Now I'd like to give a warm welcome, warm thank you, I should say, to the Toast for Dance and Festival team. We want to give a shout out to Gabe and Adam and Visari on tech. Woo! And Shannon and Bree and Kira and Anisha and Judy and Zena. Woo! We love you. Thank you for all that you do. And of course, to amazing festival producer Tanvir Alam and my colleague Chantel. Also tonight, and the other nights, we're going to have some Arts in the Parks staff and volunteers that we're going to thank. And we're going to thank our Common Ground Dance Festival volunteers and our Toast for Dance Board of Directors. They make the magic happen. We also want to say thank you to the artists for contributing their energy and their talent to the Common Ground program and for trusting us with their work. Thank you so much for being here and making the festival what it is. And of course, to you, our amazing audience and community. Without you, none of this would resonate with meaning. You are the final puzzle piece to complete the puzzle that is Common Ground. So thank you for being with us today.
Is a group work by Anjali Tanna titled Tan. Tan is a Garba-inspired dance piece which brings together tradition, rhythm, family lineages, and movement. Please enjoy Tan.
विश्वभरि अखिल विश्वतरि जनेता विद्याधरी मदनमा वसजो विधाता दुर्बुद्धि ने दूर करी सद्बुद्धिया पो मां पाहि ओं भगवती भवदुःख कापो।
हसेली सन सहेली साथेली बगी चंपक मेली वण भरेली सोळ सहेली शणगारी हे चामुंडा चंडी भुजा प्रचंडी असुर विचंडी अवतारी रे जिरे असुर विचंडी अवतारी रे जिरे असुर विचंडी अवतारी.
Let's hear it one more time for those performers. So uplifting and inspiring. Thank you, Disha, Maitali, Dhruv, and Anjali. At this point in the program tonight, I would say a couple more things here, but we're gonna skip over that part and go right to welcoming our performers out for one final bow. So let's hear it for Carmen and Miguel. Yeah. And Shivani. And Giselle and Natasha. And finally, Anjali, Maitali, Dhruv, and Disha. Hey. And that's our cast. Let's give them one more round of applause. All right, that's our show, everyone. For all of you amazing Carter students, we wanted to let you know that we've got lots more festival events happening over the next few days. So there's this show. This show happens Friday night and Saturday afternoon, but then we've got more performances that you haven't seen yet tonight and also Friday night and Saturday afternoon. So come back, check it out. Also, we've got some workshops that will be lots of fun where you can get up and dance with us. So have a great afternoon. See you soon. Thanks for coming by.